We're going to have a quick introduction to LOGILASE Prime laser machine. This is a desktop laser machine with 40 watt glass laser tube CO2 laser. It's got a main door on the top, and this door has to be closed in order to laser to operate. Without that, the head might move on the working area, but there is no laser beam. It's got also the front door, and it just holds by two magnets, and when it's open, you can just feed through the larger pieces from the front with a certain width, which is actually something around like a 450 millimeter. The main table is aluminum profile anodized aluminum table, and it's got some marking on it which indicates the working area with some position marking. The aluminum table itself can be used for engraving purposes, and you can simply place the object which you want to engrave on the table and engrave on it. But if you have cutting application, there is two type of tabletop for cutting comes with the machine. One is a honeycomb table. This honeycomb table is used for cutting small pieces and also for the material which are not rigid enough to stay flat by itself, like cloth or thin papers. And there is another tabletop which is an aluminum blade table. This table is good for cutting larger pieces of material, and it's basically just goes on top of the aluminum table. The table itself, it's moving manually, and there is a crank wheel here for this purpose. When you turn the crank clockwise, the table starts moving up, and then when you turn it counterclockwise, the table is moving down. There is two stepper motors here. It's for driving and moving the laser head in two axes. This stepper motor is for x-axis movement, and the other stepper motor, which is in the top left corner, is for the y-axis. There is three reflecting mirror in this machine, and one focusing lens for directing the laser beam through the laser head nozzle. One mirror is located at the top right corner at the front of the laser tube, which only is accessible when you open the laser tube cabinet from the back. And the second mirror located at the left side of the x-axis bar. It's moving with along the y-axis, and it's fixed on the x-axis bar. And the third mirror is located at the top of the laser head. And then the focusing lens is located inside this laser tube holder, and we will just cover later on how to maintain this and disassemble these components for cleaning purposes. There are like main sliding rolls on the right and left, and also on the x-axis bar. These rails has to be always kept clean and probably lubricated by some kind of light grease. And beside that, You need also to just keep the belts clean and intact, and make sure that they're always in a good tension in order to maintain the accuracy of the machine. The main control panel for this laser machine is located at the right side of the machine. If you want to open this cabin, you have to just unplug the machine and use the cabin lock keys in the toolbox and open the door. And inside is the whole control panel electronics, and when you open the door you can see the communication cable inside. You can unwind this cable and just take it out from the opening located at the bottom corner. This cable is used for the direct communication to the PC and transferring the file from the PC to the laser machine. After passing the cable from that opening, you can just close the door and operate the machine safely. There is one small panel also here which has a USB connection. This is for indirect communication when you want to transfer the file from the PC to the machine without direct communication. In the case that the computer is far away from the laser machine. There is a light switch also here which can turn on and off the light of the working area. At the back side of the machine is a power connection plug, and also it's a laser tube cabin. When you open this cabin, you can see the laser tube. As you can see, it's a glass, so it's very important that when you're just unpacking the machine and handling the machine, you have to handle it carefully, otherwise it could cause breaking the laser tube. The laser tube is just fixed with the stands and also the connections for the circulation of the water for cooling the laser tube while operating. And the mirror, which is the first mirror, which we explained it in the previous sections, it's located at the front of the laser tube. The left side of the machine is the connections for the water cooling system, the air assist unit, and the air exhaust. The air exhaust connection comes separately in the box. You just have to screw it on the right place, and then with the supplied hose air duct clamp, which is already in the toolbox as well, you can connect the air duct to the machine. The other side of the air duct goes to the center of the air exhaust fan, and the other side, which is the side connection, it goes to the outside. The air assist pump is a small air pump, and the connection is labeled there. You can just simply connect the screw nipple to the air assist pump and the other side to the machine. And the water cooling unit has two water connections. It's labeled inlet and outlet, and on the machine also will label water in and water out. The connection the right connection for air cooling system is you need to connect the inlet from the air water cooling system to the water out of the machine, and then water in from the machine goes to the outlet of the water cooling unit. The water cooling unit has a built-in tank, and also has a temperature monitor and alarm system. You can fill the cooling unit with purified or distilled water, with about 7 liters of pure distilled water, and you can add a little bit of like a 1 liter of car cooling liquid in order to keep the water clean from built-in like a fungus when the water is just running for a long time. The power connection has to be connected separately for these accessories, and there's an extension provided in the toolbox. You can use that to connect these accessories together, and also there is a switch on the extension that you can turn on and off the accessories whenever you don't need them.